Hello, whiskey drinkers. Today I have for you the latest release from Macallan. This is a cask strength called Classic Cut. This comes in at 58.4% ABV, and it was just released here in the fall of 2017, and it is non-age statement. This is, I believe, intended to be a more economical version of their previous Macallan cask strength. Obviously, it's not going to be the same, but I think they're trying to reach another price point with a cask strength Scotch, especially since there's a lot of interesting cask strength offerings currently. So let's get right to it and see what this is like. Now, I have had this bottle open for about a week. I found that upon first opening the bottle and taking the first drink of it, that it was pretty hot, and I did want to give it a little while to see what happened to it once it was open for a few days. So I had a couple of drinks out of it when I first opened it, and I've not touched it in several days now. So I think this is a truer representation rather than just popping the cork and drinking it. The sherry influence is immediately evident on the nose. There's a little bit of fruit, but you get a lot more spice, wood, and a ginger note in the nose. It's a little bit of an unusual scent. I'm trying to comparing it to other Macallans. It's less fruity and more herbal on the nose. You get some very, very mild oak underneath, and there's some fruit. I don't even smell any honey or vanilla because this ginger note, an herbal note, is way up in the front, and it's pretty much covering everything. That's not to say it's bad. It's a nice nose, but it's a very different nose. And if you're getting this expecting it to be just like other Macallans that you've had, it's not. So it is a little different, and you'll really notice it right off. So if you're somebody that likes to try the different offerings from Macallan, this one is somewhat different. Yeah, definitely sticks with you. That herbal ginger note is very prominent. Okay, I can tell you right off that this isn't nearly as hot as it was when I first opened it. You can tell it's a strong ABV, but it's not overwhelming. When I very first popped the cork on this and took the first drink, I thought the heat was intense and that it was too much. This is a whole lot more manageable now. So, but you do get some heat. You get that ginger note. There's a lot of oak in the palate. The mouthfeel is silky and elegant. It lingers on your tongue, which is not just from the fact that it's cask strength, but just because it's rather oily. I can bring out a little bit of honey or vanilla in the palate, but the truth is that ginger note and the oak and the spices that come off of the oak, like cinnamon and nutmeg, are far and away the primary flavors in this. The oak is not edgy. It's I don't know how to explain the oak, the wood palate part of it, simply because it got a bite really, but you do get the spices. It's a soft wood taste. The ginger sticks with you throughout. The finish carries into way more spice and wood notes at the end there. I'm going to give it just a little bit of water, a few dribbles of water here, and see exactly what happens to it when you reduce the proof a little. The only difference I really see in the nose is that a little bit more of the spices come through. The baking spices will show through more for the nose once there's a little water added. There is, however, a big difference in the palate when you add a little water. Now I'm getting some honey and more sweetness. It's less herbal and more sweet with the addition of a bit of water. So not a bad idea. I think the water did definitely improve this one. Overall, even at cask strength, the burn is not overpowering. It's completely manageable. You could certainly drink this right out of the bottle. I think I do prefer it with a little water though. The spice is, oddly enough, stronger on the finish. The cinnamon, the nutmeg, there might even be some clove in there. The spice is more pronounced and lingers a little longer with the water. I'm not sure why that is. It sounds counterintuitive, but that's the way it's working. Overall, this is a very good whiskey. I would give this on our true 100 scale. It's not a letter grade type scale, where 80 to 90 is an excellent whiskey and 90 to 100 is absolutely a must-have spectacular item. I think I would probably give this, were it standard strength, I would probably give it an 82. I think I'm going to give it an 85 for the improved richness and the mouthfeel that comes with the cask strength. So there you have it. I hope that's useful for you. I think this is running around $85 to $95 in most places. You might get a little higher or a little lower wherever you're at. I think it's worth trying at least once. If you're new to Scotch, probably going cask strength at the beginning isn't the right way to go. However, if you are a bourbon drinker and you are coming into Scotch and you're used to barrel strength bourbons, in that case, this would probably be a good choice to try, especially if you want to stay away from anything that's peaty. Y'all have a good day.